Thank you and welcome to another Christian Painters Live YouTube to Facebook and YouTube video. Today we're going to be talking about two things. We're going to be talking about sheetrock repairs, how to do it yourself if you choose, and then also this color here, popular gray. We're going to be featuring this tool here, Easy Pro Texture, the easy way to spray. So if you're interested in learning how to do it yourself, stay tuned because I will answer all your questions and I will also estimate any paint needs that you have coming right up. At this time, share this video, please. Go ahead and take a minute to like this video and then share this video, please. That way we can get the word out, everybody can join in, and everyone can benefit from the show today where we're going to be talking about popular gray. That's right, Sherwin-Williams popular gray. There you have some comparisons there. Or comparisons, perfect beige and popular gray. So yeah, a lifetime of house painting professional advice for you free here today. I appreciate you being here. Genuinely do. Welcome to our Christian Painters community. You're listening to the sweet chill tunes of X610 Chill. Shout out to David Jarvis and anyone and everyone listening now.
Hey Rick, how's it going? You're on mute, Rick.
Wow, look at you producing live. Thank you, Connor.
Appreciate it.
Welcome to 2023.
I'm about to say, this is quite interesting.
I am so appreciative of you taking the time to join me here. We're going live right now to YouTube and StreamYard, so anybody paying attention, this is how I can do it for you all day, every day. If you need a free estimate, just turn your phone around so I can see your needs. In this case, Connor has a repair for us to look at. Is it behind that door there, Connor?
No, I was going to kind of show you the extent of it.
Gotcha.
So I'll kind of start in the bathroom. So just kind of like a background, I had a handyman come in a few years ago that did kind of partial work, but never really completed everything. So the first minor thing is he kind of patched drywall here. This piece just needs to be, again, just I guess repainted over, maybe
floated and textured.
Yep.
Do
Under
you
the
know
sink,
that color of the paint there? Looks like it's fresh enough that you have the paint still.
yeah, it would be this gray color.
Is it agreeable gray?
That I'm not sure. I believe I have the paint, so
I just have to toss my knowledge out there. It's real close to agreeable gray, or the color I'm going to be talking about today, popular gray. but I'll show you this agreeable gray real quick also. That's agreeable gray. So that's a little more like what's on the walls in the bathroom there. All right, so also it extends under the sink.
Yeah, under the sink, it's just the same thing. It just kind of needs to be painted and textured.
Well, that's up to you. You know, those smaller spaces are hard to work within, but, you know, it can be done. You know, they just have to be sanded out, floated smooth, and sanded a little again, maybe floated again a little. You just have to have a smooth surface.
I probably don't need it textured, but I think I'd like to get it at least painted.
On the outside, you do, you know, if you're going to, you know, that's under the cabinet. Hey, anything goes under the cabinet, you know. Out of sight, out of mind. You just paint it the same and nobody sees it.
Okay.
But on the outside of the cabinet there, that's where you're really going to need it to be textured. You know, because everybody sees that. And if you're selling the home or renting it out or, you know, even yourself, you don't want to see an ugly wall there every time you're in that restroom.
Next piece is just in the cabinet space in the bathroom. They had like started, it looks like they cut out the drywall piece. It never got obviously installed. And you can see here under the cabinet space, and there it still needs to be obviously drywall put in.
I got to ask, what's on the other side of that? Again, show me. If you'll back your camera out, what's on the other side of that space, that wall?
This is just cabinet space.
On the other side where the hole's at, is it accessible at all? Is that why it's that way? Because the guy couldn't get his sheetrock in there?
No, the only access is through obviously like the opening of the cabinet space.
Yeah. So I see one piece of wood there. There's a 2x4. That blue is plumbing. That's
yeah. So they cut out this piece of the cabinet space to access and run the lines.
Well, you need at least 2 pieces of wood in there to secure a piece of sheetrock too.
Yeah.
You can get it on that one, but that's playing games, you know. I mean, but that's what you're forced to do. People do weird things, but I'm thinking maybe that wall right there. Can you get the camera in just a little further past that blue holes? Not that way necessarily. You can do that too, but I'm looking for that wall space right there. Right there, that wall space. The wall. Back up. I'm really just right there. See where the sheetrock's cut right there? Like, I'm wondering what that's tied into, and there's like a 2x6. Is that a 2x6 piece of wood up there?
It looks like it.
Yeah, so you should be able to tie your sheetrock in there. The question then is it flush? Because something tells me that's a piece of wood underneath that cabinet that's been jigged out with a, you know, sawzall or a skill saw. I mean a jigsaw. And then you have 2 layers. You have a layer of sheetrock there and a layer of wood. So kind of a difficult repair. You know, I'm very tempted to say that on the easiest spectrum to fix that would be to cut you a piece of wood that you can secure from this side. I apologize. I forgot that I was on camera. I'm over scratching my back while I'm talking to you. But anyway, cut out a piece of wood that you can secure from this side that fits from corner to corner, top to bottom, and nobody ever sees it. You caulk it in and paint it, and you're good to go.
Yeah, that's probably, again, it's in concealed space. It's just, again, just getting something in there to close off the space, and it doesn't have to be pretty or magical. But
thank you. I heard you say that earlier. That's why I went that route first. I'm like, okay, if you're looking for the simplest, that would be it. And that's pretty simple. It's just a matter of getting that cut.
Yeah,
being there pretty flush.
Again, similar situation here under this sink. Mm-hmm. Again, there was tile here originally that they had to cut out, and then
is that still tile around it? That gray I'm seeing, is that tile?
Yeah, that's, again, I don't really, I just want it patched, and again, it's mm-hmm. under the sink.
Okay. Well, I can definitely write it up that way to where you can see, um, that it's exactly what it's covering and then what it's not covering. Because I would say that could be done the same way. There's enough sheetrock there that looks secure that you could put a even a, this if you're going to do plywood in the other bathroom already anyway. Really, that'd be the most secure way to do that. Just cut your notch for your plumbing there and get your cut of your panel or plywood right, and you know you could almost paste it right on there with freaking liquid nails. And that's the easiest way to do it. From there, you just prime it and paint it, and you're good to go.
Yep.
Otherwise, you're going to have to cut out that sheetrock to tie into pieces of wood. And there has to be two pieces of wood to tie into for it to be secure. I don't mind doing it, but you're talking about a much bigger job and more money.
No, I think the first option is probably the most straightforward. Again, I just kind of want it patched and painted, just so
Rock and roll. Okay, what's going on the floor right there?
On the
in
floor?
That cabinet. Yeah, is that just the towel? What's that?
Yeah, these are just towels.
Okay, all right, just checking.
There's not everything else. I think is pretty straightforward. Yeah.
Okay, just checking, making sure.
And then the last piece is just again, it looks like this just needs to be textured and painted. This is where they had another tie-in here for the shower, but that's really the extent of it.
Okay. Yeah, same thing. It's got to be floated, little sandy. I can wet sand it and things like that to keep the dust down. Put my fan on it to make it dry. And then I was showing you and the audience this earlier. This show brought to you by, sponsored along with Easy Pro Texture, the easy way to spray. And so this is a kind of answer to prayers for painters, because the thing that we enjoy the least is texture. And the main reason why is because we've always used what's called a hopper. It's a giant gun that you have to load and carry around and things. And this little tool that I got about 5 years ago changed the game for me. And check this out, Connor. The reason I'm kind of going on about it is I just reached out to this company a couple of weeks ago. I've had this YouTube channel going for a while, and this idea of doing free estimates this way and actually talking about colors and answering questions and things. I've had this concept for a while. And so anyway, the president of the company, his name is Jim Aldrich, got back with me today. Really excited about working together and doing things together. So thank you for letting me bend your ear about it.
Sure, absolutely. I was just checking real quick to see if I had.
But that's the easy way. That's the easy way to get up underneath those spaces to texture. Like even that bathroom beside the toilet. If I'm using a hopper, I've got a big giant piece of equipment there. And with this, it's just a little controllable nozzle gun, like a little air spray. A little air hose. You looking for the paint?
I am. I'm just
for
checking.
the bathroom. It looks like there might be two paints there, Connor. You'd have paint for the bathroom wall and whatever's under the cabinets in the cabinet area that's painted.
Yeah, this looks to be the white paint.
Hey, while you're looking, let's. I need to back up just a little bit and confirm what I saw earlier. We have 3 different repairs under 3 different cabinets, correct?
Yes. One. There's two under the sinks, and then one in the cabinet space in one of the bathrooms.
Right. So that's 3 different repairs there, and then the 2 that are important that have to have the texture are the one next to the toilet in the first bathroom.
Yes.
And then the one on the wall in that last bathroom you showed.
That is correct.
All right. Give me an idea of what. Now, keep in mind, anybody could be watching, but give me an idea of what area this residence is in.
Uh, within, I
Like
mean,
North
it's
Fort Worth or South Fort Worth or Arlington type idea.
Southwest Fort Worth.
Okay, all right.
You know where Foster Park is?
No, but I know all the roads. I know Hewlin
Yeah,
and
it's between South Drive and Granbury.
okay, yeah, I know Granbury, 377, and I don't
Between
know.
South Drive and Granbury Road in Fort
I
Worth.
know Camp Bowie is after that, and then eventually you get back around to 30.
I'm real close to like 820 and Granbury Road.
Okay, all right.
Or 20 Granbury. But.
Yep. So, trying to think of some numbers to throw out at you, and the one reservation I have is the cost of that paneled wood and what paneled wood is going to be sufficient, and if that's going to be sufficient in those two bathrooms, because there was the one with the tile that needed it, and then the other one with the whole side that's missing. And then the other one was just a texture, so I would just knock down what's there, go ahead and float it a little while I'm doing the others, and paint it. So I'm not going to do anything special to that one, but the other two get textured. So that panel of wood, it should just be even a 1/16 of an inch to an 1/8 of an inch thing. I say 1/16 mostly because the one with the tile's probably not a full 1/8 inch thick, but it might be. Like for example, a 1/4 inch would be too thick. You're looking for just a small piece of hardwood would be best. And then once it's applied and caulked in, I would prime it with an actual primer so it seals it. Paint's not designed to seal wood, especially in damp spaces like that. And then after the primer dried, it'd be good, ready for paint. And so the only questions paint-wise would be the color in the cabinet. That's the larger space, is an off-white, pretty easy to match, close enough. It's out of sight. The other one, where the tile is, I don't know if that same white would be sufficient in there, and if that process of placing a piece of hardwood, like plied hardwood, would be acceptable there. But if it is, then the painting, or prime it and paint it white. And then the other ones are easy because you have the paint there for the wall spaces. So I don't even have a expense on paint there. My paint, the wall paint I use, Sherwin-Williams Promar 200, is $30 a gallon. Let's see. You know what? I'm probably misquoting that with tax. I'm sure I'm paying $33 a gallon for Promar 200. So there's that. And so 1 day, 2 days. I have to think, can I really get it done in 2 days? I hate to say I could get it done in 1 day, but I can't think of any reason why I couldn't get it done in 2 days. So there's that. Think of my material cost as quick as I can. Inaccuracy with plastic tape, texture. That okay. I don't expect that wood could possibly cost more than $50, but that's even for a good hardwood wood, not a cheap piece of plywood that's brittle. And then my time of doing that. So, thank you so much for your patience.
No problem.
I feel pretty confident that I could do all of the spaces that you talked about, including the paint, which needs 2 coats. And what I do is just put a coat on and put a fan on it and let it dry and put a second coat because it needs new texture always, or just any, the way it is now, it needs 2 coats. You put one on it and it just doesn't work right. And so anyway, I am at, yeah, I'm just trying to make sure I'm not forgetting anything because I got all my numbers here. Yeah, I'm gonna say I could do it for a total of 1,000,
Okay.
1,000 even. And it would really be difficult for me to do it for less, and probably should charge a little more just to cover my butt a little bit. The truth is I don't really, you know, I let me rephrase this. I would be I am the happiest. Like the job that I just did last week was painting all the walls and trim in all the open areas. It was dirty. We had to do a lot of cleaning, but that's kind of common, believe it or not. All homes are lived in and they get dirty, and people just don't see it until you start moving things around and needing to paint. Um, but painting walls is the easiest thing in my business to do, and doing repairs and texture is the the probably the messiest thing that I do, and I guess oil based painting also. So anyway, yes sir, thank you very much, Garner, for taking the time and being brave enough to embrace the technology of 2023 here on my YouTube and Facebook channel.
Sure.
So I'll holler back at you offline or on your text and with your mom also, and we'll get together. And it's something that I could get to within a couple of weeks. I have an exterior for anybody listening, and you too, Connor, if you find yourself in downtown Mansfield. I have an exterior in downtown Mansfield that I expect to start on Monday. I should know any time now, but right now I should be starting that exterior on Monday, and it'll take all of next week to do. So I'll be booking after that.
Cool. Works for me, Rick.
All right, and while I got you, man, you're welcome to come on over to the YouTube channel also and watch the videos of like the job I just told you about that I did last week, and the job that I'll be doing next week in Mansfield. And then if you don't mind, I'll make a couple of videos when I'm at your place.
Perfect. No problems.
All right, thank you again. I hope the rest of your day is better than what you're expecting, Connor.
I appreciate it, Rick. Have a good one.
Okay, take care. All right, everybody. Thank you very much for kind of bearing with me there, if you will, while I get through a free estimate here live on the Christian Painters YouTube channel and Facebook page. I am now engineering, finding this. My my computer gets happy. I don't know what it is. I have to literally like combat it sometimes when I'm engineering. All right, so there we go. Look at that. I've got a nice screen back there. It doesn't fit, does it? I thought I fixed that. Oh well. We'll just work with it for a little bit anyway. Because above all else, that's what I'm doing here, and I thank you for being here with me to do this also, is free house painting estimates. Anyone who needs a free house painting estimate, it doesn't have to be exactly like this beautiful one that I am in here now, or I guess I should say is behind me because you can see my arm disappearing. That's a background that I've added to my studio here. And just going to go back over there because I don't feel comfortable with that background not fitting on there right. But if you need to contact me, there's my phone number. And if you just want to support what I'm doing here, you can do that. Just send me some money at my ZELLE phone number there. That's how another form of payment. Anyone who needs to pay me for services, I can Zelle, Venmo, PayPal, all that good stuff, because this is 2023, and that's why I'm here now talking to you through StreamYard. We're going both to YouTube and Facebook. So before I carry on, I'm going to talk to you about Easy Pro Texture, the texture gun, and very exciting news already announced, but I'm going to talk about it again. And then we're going to look at some colors, that primary color being popular gray. And I'll also show a video of me spraying the Easy Pro texture. How's that? Okay, so everybody on Facebook, you can support me by sending stars. Stars help me earn money to make more content. Rockstar Treatment House Painting Excellence. I really don't know what that is. To my knowledge, I've never received a star. I do know that I have a Facebook management account and I have a bank account attached to that. So I pulled this up really primarily just to announce to you that if you have any questions, you can join the program in the chats here. We have us a nice little community where all we really talk about is painting. That's it. You know, I may have guests. I hope to have guests where I have plumbers and air conditioning, heat companies, but people I actually know. You know, that's why I'm in no rush to have contractors or those types of guests on. But as this platform grows and this community grows, I hope to bring you the best, and that means spread the wealth and bring more people in that benefit me, and so therefore all of us. But the way you can participate is in the YouTube or in the Facebook chats. If you're on Facebook, just ask a question there on the chats where you're watching right now, and it will show up here, and I will bring it up on the screen and I will talk about it. So same thing on YouTube. You just go to the live chats there, and that's the miracle of StreamYard. I have this capability of having a studio, and right now I'm not showing myself as being that studio wise, because I already knew that this was off. I think, you know, here it is. I'm going to go ahead and take just a minute to pull up my YouTube channel, because I don't think this is off. I'm being a little hard on myself. What I did do is I forgot to do something. Oh, I forgot to upload my other background. That's what I did. Because I'm about to pull up a video right now of me doing this texture as soon as I find it. I'm right there just about. Okay, here we go. Watch me spray texture. So I'll be able to go over here and share this on the screen, which will put me over here to this side space, and you'll be able to see this. Okay, so I'll have to wait for this commercial, and then I will unmute the video, and hopefully it doesn't drag more, because that's what it's doing now. Music behind us playing is X610 Chill. That's my buddy Dave Jarvis. We do a music show together every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. And here we go.
Sure.
Yeah, it's gonna drag. I don't know why that is. I actually have my TV turned off right now. I don't know if I have my Wi-Fi turned off on my phone, so I'm going there now to make sure that Wi-Fi is off. Okay, it's not. Wow, look at there, soon as. So it was my phone dragging it.
Easy Pro Texture. That's what we're working with here today. Go back and watch my other videos. You can see where I floated this face smooth. There was a large repair here, and I've got it ready for the texture. So after I start spraying this, the compressor is going to come on. So I'm
See,
going to
now
tell you
I look good.
go ahead and like this video, subscribe, share the video, and help us. I really need your help. So help us out if you appreciate this video. Now, together, let's have a good time. Again, it's Easy Pro Texture. It fits right on this gun on a compressor. And I'm going to go this direction so that you can see it a little better. I'm going to do the sealing first. I've got to do a test. Let's do a little test run. Okay, here we go.
That's the generator. How about that? Go ahead and push pause while you can see my rear. Alright, so see, I look just fine after all. There's my screen for when I'm solo on the screen. And that other is my backdrop for when I have a video playing. How about that? And so that's just black. There I'm having background screen fun. Alright, so right now, before I get into colors and things, I want to thank Dave Jarvis again for this awesome music that we've been hearing. Very ambient, nice music to listen to. It works great for me doing these shows, and so that's what you've been listening to. And I think that's one of the ways I can show my appreciation to Dave Jarvis. Okay, we're going to be talking about both Easy Pro Texture, this gun that is a game changer for doing the textures, especially like you just saw. If you go back and watch earlier in this video, Connor shared with us the two areas that are going to need texture in his home, texture repairs. And one is beside a toilet and a cabinet. It's between a cabinet space and a toilet, a small space. And if you were to use what's commonly known as a hopper and put that in there to shoot, I mean, first you would have to cover everything. And don't get me wrong, I do cover everything, but I'm able to cover it a little differently. That goes a little faster. If you're using a hopper, it's hard to control that mud, the pressure coming out. With this Easy Pro Texture, I'm in 100% control because it's just a little bag of mud that you squeeze. That little bag there, it's just a little bag of mud that you squeeze, and the gun there is connected to the air compressor hose. So the air's coming out and the texture comes out to the degree that I squeeze the bag. And so it works very easy for me, as I think you could see in that video. That repair right there was a difficult repair, the one that you just saw me do, because it's on the corner. It's a corner bead there, right in the middle of the living room, so it has to be perfect. I mean, those people, that repair had been needing to be done for a couple of years, and you know, that's why they call it a professional, because they needed to get that repair done. And if you're doing a repair, I mean, usually that's where repairs are at. You know, the most important ones that people really want repaired are in the living room, in the entryway, you know, spaces where they see it every day, right in their master bathroom. Because that's what that one was. There were three repairs there, but that one is right on the corner. And to be able to shoot this texture and have the control of it to where the texture is not just going everywhere, it's going pretty much right where I need it to go. I'm in full control of that texture when I'm applying it. So, if you have any questions about sheetrock repairs that you may have, let me tell you what some of those questions could be. Common concerns are you're selling your home. You have 10 repairs, 10 cracks on ceilings, walls, in between ceilings and walls, and coming off of the windows. Well, those 10 cracks are going to cost $500 to $1,000 to repair, just to do the repairs. Just to do the repairs alone. And then you're going to pay to paint, or, you know, touch it up somehow yourself, whatever you're going to do. In most cases, my customers are going to pay me to paint also. And so the cost of the paint is even more than the repairs, obviously, because you're painting whole ceilings and whole bedroom walls or living room walls, or wherever. A garage. One of the jobs that I did most recently that you can see on our YouTube channel here is of a garage of a home that was for sale, and we already painted the whole interior. And I knew, of course, I'm sure the customer did too, but we're thinking about it the whole time I'm doing the job, that I made the house look so new. That's what I'm getting at here, is you have a reason for your house to look new. But you walked out into the garage, and the garage was beat to tarnation. I mean, the garage was just in terrible shape, and you can see the videos of it before, during, and after on my YouTube channel. And there was a need to make that garage look new. So if you have a need to make your home look new so that you can sell your home, or you can rent your home, or maybe you can just feel better about living in your home, well, it's not impossible for you to do the repairs yourself. And if you have questions, I'm here for you, especially on this show. That's what this show is all about to me, is making myself available to you for whatever your painting needs are. Do it yourself or a professional, it doesn't matter to me. If I'm here, I'm having a good time, my viewers are having a good time, and we're growing this community, and this community is growing and will continue to grow, because I will be here most every week. Eventually, I will have a better studio set up, be able to bring a better quality program. I'll be editing better quality videos and uploading them to YouTube. But it's a work in progress, and I'm good with that. I'm, encouraged by the hope, or I have hope in the encouragement. And that's what this is about. Again, giving my personal appreciation to Jim Aldrich, the president of Easy Pro Texture Incorporated. This is a game changer, and he's done well with it. I don't even have to have him tell me to know. All I really need to know was in what all markets it was in, because if this product is available in multiple markets around the country and the world, like it is here in Dallas-Fort Worth, then, it's had to have done good. But not only that, I believe it's kind of sitting on a gold mine, because if he can really get this information out to all the local painters, they'll all switch to this tool. I mean, just every painter who has a chance to use this and has to do repairs. Don't get me, there are multiple types of painters. and not all painters have to do repairs. But all painters who do repairs, if they just use this tool one time, it's a game changer, and it could do really, really well for this company. And so I see the opportunity, and I thought to reach out. That's the only company I've ever reached out to. I've never I talked to the people at Sherwin-Williams. Like, I talked to my sales rep and remind him that I've got thousands of videos on YouTube that showcase Sherwin-Williams paints and products in the, at least the most professional way as any other paint company on YouTube, but really more so because I, at the risk of bragging and sounding egotistical, chauvinistic, I don't think there's another YouTube channel on YouTube that is like this one. You can find people that make videos, but they're not actually out painting houses and doing the work every week. You can find people out working every week and making a couple of videos here and there, but they're not making videos every day and every week and then doing live StreamYard videos, actually doing live free estimates, because that's what I did. I offered to do the repairs for $1,000, and that's a price I'm going to stick to. So as soon as I get off the air here, I'll be doing that business together. But until then, I came prepared to talk to you about Easy Pro Texture today. And this is also anytime in the future. If you choose at any time to do your sheetrock repairs, you can contact me directly, 817-473-0310. But it works just as good or better for me, actually, in the big picture. Gonna have to remember to keep this is my hand space right here. I can't go outside of my can't go outside of my shirt area, can I? All right, so yeah, we'll do this always in the future, because I am very excited to tell you that Jim has offered to send me a quiet compressor so that the compressor doesn't interrupt the videos, which is really good. But has offered to send me some products and tools that Easy Pro Texture has available, and you can find all that just by going to their website. Just do a Google search for easyprotexture.com. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you what I'll do is while I'm talking, I'll head on over there and do that, and then share it on the screen. So Easy Pro Texture, and coming up right after this, I promise I'll be talking about this popular gray. Okay, so I always skip down a couple of listings, because the first one many times is paid for, and I'm not clicking through on the paid for ad. I'm clicking through on their actual website. Okay, so that's it. Professional texture sprayer, Easy Pro Texture. Go over there, see all the products they have available. And if you have any questions at all whatsoever as a do-it-yourselfer or as a professional painter, you can ask me and I will answer. You can ask those questions in the chats, or you can use your phone to click the link in our comments. Just go to the comments on Facebook or YouTube, and it says free estimate live on panel. Verify yourself in the chats so I'll know it's you. When you click on it, then click on that link, and that'll bring you into the program where I can bring you right on. And you can turn your phone around. You don't even have to show your face, but you can do that also. But you can turn your phone around and just show me your paint needs, and I can give you an estimate free that I'll stand by. And then, I can tell you what the other competitors, what their price range would be. But I can also answer any questions that you have about those repairs. And so if you go back and watch this video, this was very important. I'm so glad that he was willing to come on this show. He could have just done FaceTime. He could have just made me a video but you know, pictures really wouldn't have even done it, right? So it's a good thing that I had the pictures. Hey, I can do this, and that makes that more visible, takes me off of the screen. So again, free estimates live. If you need your house painted, I can give you an estimate. I can answer any questions you have, and especially if it involves texture, because I'm going to be focused on texturing. Easy Pro Texture. I do texture all the time. Every interior job I do has at least one repair, and it's usually right in the middle of the living room. You know, has to be done, and that's the final nail as to why they call a professional. They know they need to get the house painted. They know it's beat up, the trim is beat up and dirty. Well, it is dirty, and I had to come out and clean it and sand it and clean it just to get my tape to stick, really, but you know, to paint it properly. And I'm happy to do that. That's what we do. We do a lot of cleaning when we paint, but I don't really showcase all the repairs that I do. And in the future, not only am I going to be showcasing them, but I'm actually going to be setting up my camera and getting good camera angles of all of my repairs. And I'm going to be editing some videos and doing more live shows in the future that do feature the Easy Pro Texture gun and process. So again, thank you very much to them. And Jim, I said to you, and I'll say to everyone, I think it's kind of a poetic, beautiful thing. That's all a person needs is an opportunity. And so that's what I'm talking about. I'm so appreciative to have an opportunity to show Jim that I thrive on excellence, and other people taking notice and enjoying that process together. Okay, so this is a picture of my actual repairs. The picture on the right is the same wall as the picture on the left. The picture on the left shows my ladder going up. So those are the repairs that I made, and this is after. This paint color on the walls on the left where the ladder is at, that paint color is called Latte, Sherwin-Williams color Latte. The reason I know that is because I painted that house about 10 years ago or something, and that's the color I painted it, Latte. And also double latte in the formals and hopscotch. That's right, thank you. If you look on the wall back there, this is a niche, an art niche, and on the ceiling portion of that color, that's hop. No, I don't think it's just the wall. It's not the ceiling. It's just the wall. That's a shadow on the ceiling. But that's a hop. Oh my goodness, I had it on the tip of my tongues and forgot it. But that's an actual darker color that's in the same family. Latte, double latte, and then this. And this was actually in the back of all of these. There's multiple big, large niches like this. And so the customer was looking for a real change, a nice clean look that she could start over fresh with and decorate. And so I'm really looking forward to what she's going to do with these notches. Okay, that repair right there was in the middle of this wall, below that lamp, where the bottom of this niche, or that shelf place, you might say, all the way to the left right there, because they had water issues at the top of that. And so I repaired all the way from the ceiling down, and a big crack right here at the bottom. So that's where that is. So I took all that out. Obviously, I primed it before I did anything else. After I cleaned it, I primed it with an oil-based enamel primer, and that's very key, because there could be something loose in there. Everything right there is subject to becoming loose for multiple reasons. But a good oil-based, strong primer sealer will not only hold all that in, but I mean, it should ensure this will never have any more issues, short of, again, water, something extraordinary like water, or shifting, shifting of the soils, and this part of the house taking on extra weight. Okay, if you look to the right, you see my pink razor knife, and at the bottom, the blue tape. That in the center, that's the old texture pieces that came out of that. So that's why that's there. All right, so moving right along, these walls on the right here now are popular gray. So that's why I'm featuring that color today for two reasons. One, because I just painted with it popular gray, but two, because it is a nice alternative to another one of Sherwin-Williams' really popular colors. Really, Sherwin-Williams would consider this color right here agreeable gray, SW7029. This color is really one of Sherwin-Williams' most popular colors, really of all time, but certainly of the last 10 years or so. Reason being, you can see, look at the color chart where as it gets darker, it has some brown in it. So it is gray. It's gray, but it's a gray that has quite a bit of beige in it that still stays gray, especially in its lighter shade here of agreeable gray. So I would say that's the number one reason why that color is as popular as it is and has been. But I want to show you here this popular gray. It has its place also, because as much as everybody wants to say gray, 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 everything gray, really here in this area of Texas, Mansfield, Arlington, Burleson, this is Grand Prairie, this is where I paint most of my houses. Yeah, these people never really went gray, like blue grays on their walls. So you see here perfect beige 6073. Well, that's two shades darker than this popular gray. I'm not saying that what you're seeing on the screen is a proper representation of this color, either perfect beige or popular gray, but you can certainly see the brown tones and the warmer tones as this color gets darker in that perfect beige. But as a lighter color, this warmer tone looks really nice. And again, you see that same warmer tone in this agreeable gray. So this agreeable gray is only one tone removed from popular gray. Okay, somewhere here I have them both on the same. Mindful gray, that's another good color. Worldly gray, I think that's in the same family. Agreeable gray 7029. So let's see what this one is. There's popular gray, but that's not agreeable gray next to it. It's showing you, this family of grays has quite a bit. Look, there's morning fog even, so lazy gray. Quite a bit of mauve hue to that gray. But most people wouldn't even know that if I didn't say that. You just don't look at grays and even beiges and say, that's got a red or a green to it. It's just the color that you actually see. It's a little bit like music. I've been told that a lot of people listen to music and they hear one sound, and that's perfectly acceptable. There's not a thing wrong with listening to music, a full band, either a rock and roll band with 4 or 5 members and a couple of singers, or an orchestration, or a 3-piece blues band. But some people, and that would be me, when I listen to music, I hear everything. Like, I hear all the different instruments. And it took me a while, but my little red Corvette was to learn music. So I actually learned music, taught myself music in my 40s. And I was like, okay, it all makes sense now. I get it. That's why I can hear it all. And so it's kind of the same thing with colors, and I've always taken it for granted, but it's easy for me to share with you. And one of the reasons it's easy for me to share is just by laying the colors out before you, like this. I've actually got a couple of more pictures that I prepared to show you. That's what's going on here. Okay, so there's agreeable gray right there, and there's popular gray next to it over here. So the picture on the right is popular gray. It's the lightest shade in its family of colors. The picture on the left, there's two of them, but the one to the right, that is agreeable gray and the agreeable gray family. So I don't know how well you can see that together, and I'm kind of apologizing now, as I know I had another graphic that shows these colors together better. Here's a graphic I put together that shows that repair, the before. You can see it's on the corner and how bad it was before I taped it, bedded it, primed it, taped it, bedded it, floated it, and retextured it with this amazing Easy Pro texture system. And so what I'm going to do now, because I do want to play those pictures for you, is I'm going to play a different song for you by X610 Chill while I upload those pictures on my phone, and I'll be right back. Thank you to X16 coming back in strong right there. That song is called Oak Hollow for anyone keeping up and listening. Get my hands where they belong. Anyone keeping up and listening, that's Oak Hollow. The other song is called Dogmata. We'll let Oak Hollow follow us, carry us on out the door here. As I'm really done, I'm only here for you. Primarily, trust me, I would not be here if I did not expect you. So thank you, Connor, for being here. You're my personal hero today. That's how important this is to me. So if you want to be my hero on the next show and you need a free estimate so you know how much your repairs are going to cost, doesn't matter if you're going to hire me or not. You don't even have to be right here in Dallas-Fort Worth. If you need a free estimate, just turn your phone around. Show me what your repair needs are. We'll answer all of your questions for free. I'm in no hurry right here in this format. Answer all of your questions professionally. I will share my lifetime of professional house painting experience. It's what I do. I'm not here talking about pro wrestling. I'm not here talking about music. That's my other profession. I have two professions, music and painting, and that's all forms of painting, including art, as I have painted thousands of paintings on canvas, many hanging up in people's homes and offices in many places, and I'm just humbled and frustrated at the same time every time I think about it. So thank each and every one of you. This is why I kept you here, was to show you all these beautiful gray colors here. Sirius gray, you notice that? Sirius gray, right next to its outer space. Isn't that a lovely color? But that Sirius gray, I've got it there to show you and my customer that it has blue in it, right? And you may not ever think that. Blue gray, blue. And look right there, gauntlet gray, next to peppercorn. Okay, that gauntlet gray is obviously pretty warm, pretty warm compared to that Sirius gray. So we have two legit grays here, folks. It's the same old argument or thought process as what part of the peach do you like? A peach. Everything has more than one color to it, especially when you count the hues in the color. So what does that mean? It means some grays have a bluish to them, a blue greenish to them. Some grays over here on peppercorn have a mauve purple hue to them. You don't really see that in that peppercorn, but the next family of colors related to it, one family over, will have quite a noticeable amount of purple mauve hue to it. So there's gauntlet gray. That's the color that the customers went with, and we put it right there on their fireplace mantle in the middle of that living room of that home that I just showed you right here. This one right behind you is a fireplace with a mantle, and right in the middle of that, it was stained before, but I primed it with a Sherwin-Williams oil-based enamel primer sealer, sanded it first, cleaned it, primed it, sanded it, cleaned it, caulked it in, and then painted it with this color you're seeing right here, Gauntlet Gray SW7019. And you can see next to it is Black Fox, but even for a black, it's brown. It's a brown black. You have green blacks. Don't be surprised, everyone. You have blue blacks. You have purple blacks, and you have brown blacks. And there's your evidence, Black Fox SW7020. It's a beautiful exterior color. It looks really nice inside, too, if you're going with this family. And it's a beautiful family. I mean, it is a proper family. This Gauntlet Gray is beautiful. Dovetail. I've used all these colors multiple times. This Acier, that Acier, you can see those videos here on my YouTube channel. I have some really nice homes painted. The walls painted that Acier, and probably alabaster white on all the trim and doors, or pure white. Okay, well above that, that's that other blue gray family. See up there? That's a oh no, it's just another, because this is cyberspace and web gray right there. So web gray. Look over here, that sea serpent. See how green blue that is compared by comparison. Okay, Gibraltar. It's a beautiful color. I painted a house in Fort Worth for a personal friend. That Gibraltar is beautiful. But right next to it is Sirius gray. See that Sirius gray right there? So it's a green blue gray. They're calling it a gray. And all the way down here you have Gauntlet gray. Alright, so I just kind of wanted to show everybody what grays are, why grays are awesome. See, you just have to know colors. That's what the deal is. A lot of people like to talk about things they don't know about. And I don't have time for that, because I know a lot about a lot of things. Ooh, 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 ooh. Look over here. Do you see that color? Chateau brown. What was I saying earlier? The next family of colors over will have a noticeable lavender hue. There it is. Okay. All right, so I am always watching the comments. If anybody has a comment, I am always watching the comments, and I don't see anybody with comments, so I don't really have any good reason to continue yakking on this show. But to remind you, if anyone has any house painting needs, all you have to do is hop on the show with me here, and for free, I will be happy to answer all of your questions and give you a free estimate. So there's that agreeable gray. That was our color from last week. There's popular gray, versatile gray, perfect grays. That perfect grays is a really beautiful color too. Hey, this is important though. Look over here in the center of this other one is the same color of families: popular gray, versatile gray, perfect grays. But see just how much the picture is yellowed itself by comparison to the one on the left. Two different pictures that I put together in the same graphic. So the one on the left that you can see clearly is very much more like the actual color and family that is popular gray. All right, everyone, so don't give up on grays. That might be the message here. I put a lot of content out about colors because I thoroughly enjoy colors. That's why I know so much about them and can speak so eloquently about colors. I'm excited about finding out what August 2023 color of the month is for Sherwin-Williams. The July color of the month is Kale Green, SW6450. Is that what that says? We're going to say goodbye to the hot Texas month of July and this beautiful color, Kale Green, as we look the beastly heat of August directly in the face. And I will be, because I'm painting an exterior in downtown historic Mansfield next week. Everybody, as always, you're invited to join me there. All right, so if you made it this far, I just want to say thank you. Thank you to Connor for coming on. Thank you to his mother for making him do it or asking him to do it. And thank you to whoever highly recommended her to Christian painters in the first place. A friend indeed. So I invite you here always, please go subscribe to this YouTube channel. While you're there, hit that bell. It says notify all. That way you're notified of all the videos. You know you're always welcome here. It's going to be a good time. No politics, no baloney. There's no reason for it, right? We're just having a good time together, talking about house painting needs and things that generally are about the home service area. Again, in the future, we'll have other guests on, like air conditioning and heating, and even carpet cleaning. I mean, I've got a lot of thoughts about this stuff. I did chem dry for a few years. If anybody's familiar with the chem dry process, I'm the one that inspired the first orange company. I can't remember their names, but I'm hey, look, I'm a naturalist. I always have been. If you know me, you already know that. So I have opinions, and I'd be happy to share them with you. Obviously, I don't mind talking, but I would much rather and much more thoroughly enjoy talking with you, talking with someone else, like when Connor was here earlier. So for that reason, I plan on having other guests on, and it makes sense to have those guests be networking, business-related people like roofers, and I know all these people. I've been in business for 25 years. I mean, I know almost everybody in the home service business in all of these areas, or at least I used to. There was a time. And I may be joining the Chamber of Commerce, everybody. Look out, there's an announcement. I'll be right back as soon as I clear my throat for the last time. All right, so yeah, I'm probably going to join the Chamber. I'm going to have to do something to pick up the pace. I've got Jerry, if you watch any of my videos. We've been working together for just about 20 years now, and I am honored to be working with him. And without him, I wouldn't have satisfied customers like the gentleman you're seeing here on the screen with me now. That's me on the left, and a happy customer, satisfied customer, homeowner on the right. I encourage you now to go over to my YouTube channel and subscribe, but also check out the playlists. I've got a couple of really good playlists. One is customer referrals. I stopped making these videos years ago, but from time to time I make one. I believe this customer here is the last one that I made, but you'll see all those videos. There's probably maybe 40 40 videos of my customers on camera talking about their satisfaction. So please take the time to do that. And then also Easy Pro Texture. I put together a playlist for Easy Pro Texture, so please do share that. Go over there and grab that Easy Pro Texture playlist. I'm looking for that graphic here as I ramble on. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. So yeah, check out my playlist for Easy Pro Texture. I'll be adding to that playlist regularly. You'll be hearing a lot about Easy Pro Texture in the future here. And whatever it is that you want to talk about, that's really, I mean, I have things that I want to talk about, but it's just as or even more important to me to talk about the things that you people in this community, homeowners, business owners who have questions, let's get together and, you know, have a good time of it, embracing this technology in 2023. All right, so with that, thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you next time, sometime next week.